What's up guys, welcome back to AZ Droid Tech. My name is Haroon and I'm here with another video of the LG G4, and today in this video I'll be talking about the battery life. So first of all, let me just go on the record and just say that the battery life on my LG G4 has been terrible. I know that there's a lot of LG G4 users out there who had really good battery lives and no issues at all in terms of battery, but my experience with battery life has been really bad. I've had this device for over a week now, and this is my daily driver. I've been using it extensively, and just wanted to mention that I was on Lollipop for the past few days, and I switched over to Marshmallow 2 days ago, and I was hoping that with Marshmallow and the those features and all those battery optimizations that Google was supposed to push through with the Marshmallow update would be on the LG G4 as well. And they are, as users have reported online everywhere, but my experience with this device has not been the same, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there who have terrible battery life as well on the LG G4. So, first of all, let me just give you an overview of how good or bad the battery life on my device has been so far. First of all, on Lollipop, I was getting about 3 hours, maybe maximum 3.5 hours of screen on time. That was the maximum battery life I was getting from this device. And with Marshmallow, I was hoping to get at least 4 hours, a minimum of 4 hours of screen on time. Now, my brother also has an LG G4. He doesn't have the battery issue. His device works fine, and on Lollipop, he gets about 3 hours and sometimes even more screen on time. And I'm sure with Marshmallow, it's going to improve for him as well. But we have similar apps installed, and it's just not the same for me. So let me just first quickly show you the Android version I'm running. I did mention that it's Marshmallow. Just to put it on here, we have Android 6.0 here, and it's running Marshmallow. And the battery life on this device, let me just show you my battery screen here. So right now it's at 4% and it's charging. There's about 47 minutes time remaining. With my Nexus 6P device, I had that for a month and a half. I was using that extensively, and that device was a beast in terms of performance and battery life. And battery life that I was getting on that device with Marshmallow was approximately about 4.5 hours of screen on time. I refuse to believe that the LG G4 can do that. So let's look at our my battery usage, just to show you, to give you an idea of what kind of usage that I've been getting on my device. So first of all, let me just walk you through my battery usage level here. So my device was charged to 100% over 24 hours ago, and after some usage or some standby time, it came down here to around 90%. Then there was some more standby time. We were at 95, 94, 96% actually, and then with some usage, we went all the way down to around 65%. Some more standby time, and then we come down here to 63%. So this is all on Marshmallow, and right away, I'm noticing that the standby time isn't that great. It's taking a lot of battery, a lot of percentages, whereas on my Nexus 6P, the maximum drop would be 1 to 2%, especially overnight. So anyway, this drop continues to happen. Let me just go back here, all the way here. So here at about 60% battery life. There was some more standby, some usage in between. Okay, this keeps flipping back and forth. Sorry about that. And then there was some more standby time and some usage here in between. And finally, when I reached to about 10%, I charged my phone again, and it went all the way up to 43, 44%. And then after some more usage, this last night at around 35%, I went to bed, and this was overnight for about 7, 8 hours, and it dropped to approximately 25%. So that was a drop from 35 to 25. That was 10% drop in one night without any usage. Now, that's actually really bad. That's not good at all. With my Nexus, as I mentioned again, it was just dropping from 1 to 2% overnight without any usage. Second thing I've also noticed with dose mode, what happens is when you set your device aside, it doesn't sync any of your apps, basically your emails, your notifications. They're just put on hold for some time, and basically you when you pick up your device, it all the notifications start popping up and they come up on your device. With the LG G4, what I noticed last night was I left it on without the charger on my bedside, and in the morning when I woke up, there was tons of notifications that were already there. So it was still receiving notifications. There was at least about 10-15 notifications that I got overnight, some in the morning, and that comparison between how Marshmallow is set up on Nexus device versus on the LG G4 was kind of different for me. On the Nexus, unless I picked up my device, the notifications wouldn't start coming up. It's a good thing and a bad thing based on your situation. The phone determines when, based on your time, based on your the phone's rest motion, how long it's sitting there for. It determines if you should be pushing notifications or not. So that's what my Nexus did. The LG G4 hasn't been able to do that. It's just been pushing the all the notifications like crazy all night. So maybe that's why, it affected my battery life. That could be one reason. Let's also take a look at my screen on time here. So my screen on time here is 3 hours and 29 minutes with about 3% remaining now. And that's again with, charging it about 20-25% once it was down to 10%. So it's not that bad. I know it seems like it's not that bad, but again, to me, it is not. It's not that good. I want to be able to get 4 hours of screen on time from this, without having to charge it at all. And that's the issue that's happening here. I can't get that. I'm gonna try and fix that as well. Now I see here that obviously Facebook takes a lot of battery, and that's understandable. It's a heavy app. Google Play services, it pops up randomly. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Also, same with Android OS. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. I don't know. Probably has to do something with the optimizations in place. I do use WhatsApp a lot, so it makes sense to have it there. But Google app doesn't make sense. I don't use Google now, and I barely go on Google now. And even if I do, I just check the weather and I'm out. So it doesn't make sense to use so much battery life as compared to WhatsApp or any other app out there. Facebook I do use extensively, so it makes sense. I mean, for example, Facebook here, my foreground or total usage says it was 35 minutes. Well, that's fine, that's how much I used it. But for the Google app, I don't think I used it that much. I don't know why it says 43 minutes. It was probably running in the background, but was kept awake for almost 27 minutes even when I wasn't using it. So that's something to note as well. And also there was this app here called Snap Lock that I installed on my device, lock screen. It's a pretty neat lock screen, but I just noticed that it does take quite a bit of battery life as well. And then Messenger, I barely used it, maybe for a few minutes, and I have it on here. So honestly, it doesn't make sense. I was playing a lot of games as well. None of them are here for some reason. I don't know if they're integrated with Google Play services, maybe. So it's possible that's why it's showing up there. But that's how it is. Now, what I'm going to do is I know there are apps out there, for example, Greenify, or some other apps out there where you can extend your battery life, but I'm not going to use those apps. The reason is because I want to be able to squeeze out, enough battery life from the device as it is, instead of, rooting it, modding it, or even installing another app for battery life and all that. So I know with my Nexus device I was able to do that. And I know LG, with the LG device, people have reported that they have good battery life, so it's possible to get that battery life. And I think the only way to get that right now is to reset my device. I did not reset my device after installing Marshmallow. That could be one of the reasons why my battery life has been so poor, especially as compared to Lollipop. I'm confident that Marshmallow is much better on Lollipop, on a device than Lollipop is. I've had that experience with my Nexus 5, my Nexus 6P, and I'm pretty sure that it should be the case with the LG G4 as well. So I'm gonna reset my device today, and I'm gonna make another video of this device to compare the battery life before the reset and after. So then we'll find out if if it was the optimization issue after the Marshmallow update that caused the issue, or maybe it's some other issue. Maybe it's some app that I'm running that I'm gonna have to figure out. So I know there are apps that you can download to see which of your other apps are using more battery than others. So if the reset doesn't help me, then I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions for me or any questions, please post them below. I'll be happy to answer them. As always, don't forget to subscribe and like my video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.